Originally back in 2003 and in 2004, the scientists thought that probably it either burned up or more likely crashed because of high velocity as it entered the Martian atmosphere. But to see it in such an, it basically just didn't reach the final hurdle or faltered at the final hurdle. Its successful landing upright, some of the panels unfurled, and it had actually launched its parachute and landed and launched its airbags. So in some way, I mean, there are positives to be taken from it because it did work as it should have done for most of the time. Absolutely. So even around about that time, this was a very ambitious mission to have a UK-led project where you have something attached to piggybacking, basically, on the Mars Express mission. And to have this all happen millions of kilometres away, it had to be pre-programmed, pre-engineered. Nobody out there to do any last-minute tweaks. And everything went to plan apart from that last unfurl of a solar panel, which meant that the antenna, which is to receive and send signals and actually to say hello and get on with its mission, that didn't have a chance. Didn't quite work. We heard from Colin Pillinger's son there. I know his wife today, who's also involved in the mission, herself a doctor, said he loved a football analogy. And she said they didn't quite miss the goal. They hit the bar. It was that close. But back here on Earth, it did a lot to inspire people, didn't it? A lot, especially in Britain, to inspire them to get involved with space and look up. I think today we're in such an amazing position that we have the UK Space Agency, that we have even more involvement in the European Space Agency, and that there are missions planned for the future that are going to take on board what we've learned about the Beagle 2 back when it first was lost and when it's been discovered, and put that into action. Things like making sure to transmit on descent all the time, making use of every valuable moment to gather data. And since then, just finally, Brendan, we've been heavily involved, we Brits have been heavily involved in the Philae lander landing on a comet, which of course didn't quite work out as well. I mean, maybe we take it for granted that it's easy. It's not, it's so difficult, isn't it? Absolutely not. And these missions go under so much planning in advance, deciding on what you can take. And it's a precious amount of space, and you've got rockets that can only take a certain amount of weight. You've got to choose so carefully what you do and to plan that out and hope that everything unfurls and works out as you planned.